Hello, and welcome to a special edition of Caps 13 News. I'm Anthony Paredes.
And I'm Colby Cassis. At Pittsburg State University, the young men in the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity have strong ambitions towards many aspects of this community.
One of those involves honoring our veterans. I had the chance to learn more about the fraternity and why one member does what he can to support them.
I'm Cade Cowdery, and I'm the External Vice President.
Cade Cowdery is currently a sophomore, and since coming into Pike, he's taken on some bigger roles.
We currently have 24 active members here at Pi Kappa Alpha, and we do our best to promote scholars, leaders, athletes, and gentlemen. We're SLAGs. That's what we strive to be. We strive to do the best for our community and Pittsburgh as a whole. We do a lot of philanthropy as well as community service throughout the community.
The members raise money for small foundations around Pittsburgh.
One of our most successful philanthropy events would be Project Homeless, where we raised $3,000 for the Wesley House here in Pittsburgh that just basically went back to the community.
While philanthropy is a big part of what they do, Mason Harmon went above and beyond to honor military personnel this Veterans Day.
I grew up in Emporia, Kansas, which is the founding city of Veterans Day. It was important to me as a child because there are a lot of every Veterans Day in Emporia we have a parade, and we had no school. It was an important day to us. Veterans Day was very important. Me personally, my father's been enlisted for over 35 years.
Mason's pride and efforts towards this country started at a young age.
I've lived a military life my whole life. When I turned 17, I enlisted myself. I'm now 3 years in, and I want to spread the word of Veterans Day, because down here I just don't feel as if we celebrate as much as back home.
Each Pacific flag has a true meaning to all the members here.
We have 637 flags, and each one of them represents one of my brothers that passed away in action and was killed in action. This goes all the way back to 1868 to present day, including World War I, World War II, Vietnam, the Persian War, the Gulf War, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and post 9/11 conflicts. Me personally, I'm not trying to gain any recognition to myself or my organization. I'm strictly here to bring recognition to the veterans in this country that fought and died for us.
Pi Kappa Alpha's goal is not just to recognize our veterans today, but throughout our livelihoods.
The Sigma Sigma chapter at Pittsburg State University raises money for the Ally Kemp Foundation every year. This is the first time in 3 years they are hosting an event. How will they support their philanthropy this year? And what will they do to promote the cause? Caps 13 reporter Elena Eastwood has a story.
The Sigma 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 chapter is involved in a variety of different local and national philanthropies, one of them being the Ally Kemp Foundation. The foundation was created by Roger Kemp, Allie's father.
Kemp was a college-aged girl who was at home working for the summer as a lifeguard, and while she was working and before everyone got there, a maintenance man came in, raped and then murdered her.
The foundation started in 2002. Kemp's goal was to spread awareness and teach women and girls self-defense. This year, Tri Sigma partnered with Sigma Phi Epsilon to raise money for the organization. The event is called Allie's Runway and Self-Defense Class. Members walked in a fashion show. Immediately afterwards, women who attended the event were invited to participate in a self-defense class taught by instructors from the foundation.
The boys who are attending the event, just to learn a little bit more about why they support and just have some fun, and then the girls will have fun and then also learn the physical, mental, and educational sides of staying safe.
Tri Sigma is raising money by selling tickets to attend a local self-defense class. Virtual bingo cards are posted on their Instagram page so people can donate through Venmo. The members of Tri Sigma are promoting the philanthropy and trying to get as many people as they can involved.
I think that that's really important, and we really just try to reach out to anyone that's even not involved in Greek life, like athletics and stuff like that. And yeah, we're just trying to reach everyone, and I think that's a really beautiful thing.
The Ally Kemp Foundation accepts donations on its website. Organizers also host self-defense classes nationwide. To donate or find a class near you, go to takedefense.org. Reporting for Caps 13, I'm Elena Eastwood.
The Cow Creek Review magazine on campus is now looking for submissions. Pitt State students are able to submit their stories and artwork with the chance for it to be published in the 2023 edition. Caps 13 reporter Jada Burgess has the story.
Walking through the halls on campus, students might notice bookshelves with free copies of Cow Creek Review.
So Cow Creek Review is a literary journal that is student ran and has been going on for about 60 years.
Pitt State students are able to submit their pieces to Cow Creek Review for the chance to be published for this year's issue. The different categories include nonfiction, poetry, fiction, and artwork.
I think it's important that students' feelings and stories are heard in as many reaches and corners of the community as possible.
Cow Creek Review is just one way that students can be involved on campus. Art and literature lovers alike can appreciate the student culture that is represented within the magazine.
I think the mission of Cow Creek Review is to publish and promote the creative works of PSU students.
The latest copies of Cow Creek Review can be found in Grubbs, Russ, Porter, and Whitesett Hall. They are free for any students, staff, or members of the community to take them. Cow Creek Review is looking for staff members to help blind judge submissions and edit.
People should definitely come join the club. It's a really fun experience. And again, it just looks really good on your resume because there's a lot of teamwork, there's a lot of physical, applicable skills that you can put on there.
Staff members meet at 3 p.m. on Wednesdays in Grubbs 301. For Caps 13, this is Jada Burgess.
Coming up, a look into a couple of our religious extracurriculars around campus. But first, our political reporter takes a look at the U.S. Senate race and a bill going through the House. That's next when Caps 13 returns.
Looking for a Christ-centered sorority at Pitt State University? Gamma Alpha Lambda could be the place for you.
GAL is an organization here on campus where college girls can join and just be a part of a community that loves Jesus.
Gamma Alpha Lambda, or GAL, does not currently have a building, but is all about the community and the building of relationships. If you are interested in joining, find them on Guerrilla Engage or Instagram at gal_PSU.
The Pitt State Gorilla Head Rugby Team, established 1972. One of the multiple athletic clubs on campus today, this group has open arms for anyone who enjoys playing or watching the sport. Even though they are always working hard, they always have smiles on their faces, whether at practice or a game. If you think you'd enjoy rugby, you should ask a player about the next practice. This team shows true determination towards their team goals and have fun doing it.
The Epsilon chapter of Sigma Tau Gamma was originally established in 1924, containing a deep history within the Pitt State campus. The fraternity encourages its members to strive for spiritual and personal growth and to organize socio-civic activities for the benefit of our community. They are a social organization that prides itself on its principles, history, and the ability to develop noble men. It is through these principles and values the men of Sigma Tau Gamma strive to be the best they can be.
I'm Dylan Wagner, and I'm here to provide some of the latest news in today's politics. Senate elections have officially come to an end. Georgia had its runoff election on December 6th after no candidates broke the 50% threshold that the state requires for victory. Raphael Warnock, the Democrat candidate, beat Republican candidate Herschel Walker by nearly 3% of the vote. With this win, Democrats have officially won majority control of the Senate, as they now hold 51 seats to Republicans' 49. The new majority will likely provide Vice President Kamala Harris with a break as a Senate tiebreaker and give her an opportunity to build her political image. In other political news, the New York Times reported Tuesday that President Joseph Biden signed House Bill 8404 into law. The bill, also known as the Respect for Marriage Act, officially defines marriage at the federal level as between any two individuals. It also prohibits states from denying a marriage from another state on the basis of sex, race, ethnicity, and national origin. The bill also provides protections for religious organizations to deny participation in weddings viewed as inconsistent with their practices. Previous to the signing of the bill, the President expressed his backing of the bill and has stated that he will promptly and proudly sign it into law. This has been Politics Today with Dylan Wagner. Now back to the local news.
Thanks, Dylan. Up next, a look into Greek life at Pitt State.
That's next when Caps 13 returns.
Us at Pi Kappa Alpha do our best to strive towards recruiting the most best men. Our motto is SLAG, which means scholars, leaders, athletes, and gentlemen. We are openly recruiting, and we hope to see anyone who strives towards bettering themselves and the community to stop by and see us here at 1712 South Broadway Street. We hope to see some new faces, and we hope to add on to the good brotherhood here at Pi Kappa Alpha.
The Epsilon chapter of Sigma Tau Gamma was originally established in 1924, containing a deep history within the Pitt State campus. The fraternity encourages its members to strive for spiritual and personal growth and to organize socio-civic activities for the benefit of our community. They are a social organization that prides itself on its principles, history, and the ability to develop noble men. It is through these principles and values the men of Sigma Tau Gamma strive to be the best they can be.
Want Sisters for Life? The Tri Sigma chapter at Pitt State welcomes girls that have strong values and character with open arms and open hearts. There are many leadership roles and opportunities to get involved on campus as well as in the community. We plan and accommodate various events in our chapter that everyone can participate in. At Tri Sigma, we strive to fulfill our vision of empowering women to change the world. Our mission is to establish a bond of friendship within its members as well as develop strong character. So if you're interested in joining Tri Sigma, check out our Instagram at Pitt State Sigmas or stop by the house at any time.
Flag Church is a community of believers that strive to love God and others. People from all over the world have come to Flag and have been impacted by the welcoming and loving community they have to offer. The members get the opportunity to help others while also growing in their own relationship with God. Caps 13, Marissa Dick, has the story.
Flag Church has just impacted me because it's given me a community of people that I guess believed in me.
Pastor Eli Lindsay has been serving as the youth and college pastor at Flag Church for 6 years. He became a pastor because of the impact his youth pastor made on him when he was younger.
I wanted to be that for somebody else because that was transformational for my life. So I was like, that's what I want to do with my life, is just give back to people because somebody invested into me, kind of paved the way for me to experience the life that I've been blessed to experience.
With the workload of being both the youth and college pastor, he encourages others to use their gifts and serve alongside him. College student Lara Murdoch has stepped up to serve at Flag Church in her free time.
I've been a part of Flag for just over a year. So I got involved when I first came on campus as a freshman.
Lara is not from Pittsburgh. Her hometown is about 7 hours away. Flag Church welcomed her with open arms and became her home away from home.
When I came to Flag, it was just like everybody was welcoming me, and like you could feel the love of Jesus like radiating from the building, from the people.
Lara is one of many college students that have been impacted by Pastor Eli and his ministry.
He balances his time, but still like prioritizes people, and the relationships has definitely helped me to do that.
The members of Flag will continue their efforts of making an impact on the town of Pittsburgh. I'm Marissa Dick, reporting.
Flag Church is located on 1234 North Route Street in Pittsburgh. They have services every Sunday at 9:30 and 11 a.m. They also have events and services throughout the week available for the whole family. If you're interested in joining or have any questions, you can call 620-232-3524 or come by during a service to speak with the pastor.
Now here's a look at another Pitt State organization.
My name's Allie Johnson, and I'm a member of Gamma Alpha Lambda here at Pitt. We are the Delta chapter. GAL is an organization here on campus where college girls can join and just be a part of a community that loves Jesus and they can grow alongside. My favorite part of being a member of GAL is definitely just getting to know a big community of girls that have the same beliefs and the same values as I do.
know that if I need prayer or I need advice or I just need someone to talk to, I can call anybody in the organization and I know they'll be there for me.
Members of Pittsburg State's Sigma Tau Gamma fraternity are excited for the coming new year. Having held their executive board elections this past Sunday, CAPS 13 reporter Brandon Darbyshire has more.
This past Sunday, Sigma Tau Gamma held its executive board elections. The new executive board term began Monday and lasts 1 year. The 5 executive positions carry out important roles for the fraternity, consisting of president, vice president, programs, membership, and finance. Trace Ike is excited for the new opportunities ahead of him next year as president. Trace currently is on the executive board of IFC and is going into his senior year.
Well, I'm excited because I have a lot of brand new ideas I want to bring to this chapter and this fraternity, helping men grow and prosper here on campus here at Pittsburg.
Executive board members serve a 1-year term and cannot be re-elected the following term. These leadership positions help the fraternity run as a social organization. Active members elect candidates, then vote as a chapter on each position. Any member can be nominated for executive board. Tim Apoka, this past year's membership chair, picked 12 total new members throughout his term. Membership chair is in charge of recruitment of future members. Tim says he is proud of the fraternity's growth and is excited to see the future of the chapter.
I think it's going to be really good. I feel like in my exec board term, we've gotten to a very good spot within the fraternity, financially, socially, and recruitment-wise. And so I feel like this new exec board has a lot more to start with.
All members of Sigma Tau Gamma are looking forward to the new executive board and the growth of the fraternity.
Here's a look at a sorority on Pitt State's campus. Many of you have probably wondered what an area high school's forensics program looks like. Reporter Jeff Crane took an exclusive look into one.
Iola High School has a history of excellence. One of the premier areas of competition is forensics. Although IHS is a small 4A school, they often compete at larger forensics tournaments and often win sweepstakes. There is a strong tradition of forensics excellence at IHS.
Forensics, which is also known as speech and debate and drama, according to Keisha, is basically competitive acting and speaking. It happens in the spring semester.
Students that participate in forensics are very dedicated towards their craft, and this dedication pays off by winning entries into the state tournament.
Our season just started, and we have already qualified 6 entries to the state tournament, and we'll have about 6 to 7 more tournaments to try to qualify 10 more entries to compete at the Keisha State Championship Tournament in May.
Regina Christensen, Iola High School teacher and forensics coach is very adamant about preparing her students for the rigors of being on stage and performing in front of audiences. It is no doubt that this dedication has produced star performers.
Coming up, a look into our cross-country program and intramural sports. That's next when CAPS 13 returns.
Are you looking for good music and fun dancing? Look no further than the ATA Lodge, located just east of Carterville at 6258 County Road 188.
The ATA is a non-profit organization focused on providing weekly entertainment and charity. ATA also serves food and drinks and gives all visitors a chance to win cash and/or prizes every week. All money the lodge makes will go to running the lodge or donations. If you have any questions, please contact the lodge's president, Clarence Lovell, at 417-483-1852. Again, that's 417-483-1852. See you Saturday.
Hi, my name is Jorge Leon, and I'm the Learning and Outreach Librarian at AX Library. In this library, we have 4 floors open to students with a variety of services and spaces, everything from first come, first served rooms to those that you can check out online. Books and access services are all on the 2nd and 3rd floor. Materials can be checked out on first, and access to partners such as the Writing Center and Student Success on the 1st level. We welcome and hope to see you here. Thank you.
Welcome to the life of being in the Carleton's intramural organization. All we do is intramural sports. What this organization takes pride in is the interaction between everyone, which enhances a friendly and competitive environment. Our rosters are usually never full, so therefore feel free to join, and you can join by downloading the Pitt State Campus Rec app and finding our team name in the intramural sports category.
For students who enjoy playing sports but are not on a campus team, there's an option for you.
CAPS 13, Matthew Gilkey has more.
Do you want to know about the Carleton's Intramural Sports Club here at Pitt State? If so, I have gathered interviews from a few members in the group and will present other details about this club. And let's get into our first interview here with Caden.
Is there, why would you advocate joining this, cool little organization?
Oh, absolutely. I think intramural sports are one of the coolest things that colleges provide for students. It gives you a chance to not only work out a little bit, get your blood flowing, but also hang out with guys, meet new people. So I absolutely think that anybody who can should join as many of the intramural sports as possible.
After that, I then asked Caden if there was a lot of commitment that needed to be involved.
Like I said earlier, you can just kind of take it easy, have some fun. You don't have to worry about putting in too much time or too much commitment into the sports.
Let's go ahead and jump to the next interview I had with Nate, and I asked him what it means to be a part of this club.
Get involved and how we come as a team to actually achieve a goal. Even if we don't win, we still come together and just have fun.
That wraps up the vocal points of joining this club. If anyone is ever interested in joining the club, for any sport, just get on the Pitt State Rec app and find the Carleton's intramural team for whatever sport you desire to play.
Here's a look at the Pitt State's cross-country team.
Go, Gorillas on 3, 1, 2, 3. One, two, three.
Coming up, fellow porter Jeff Crane teaches us how to make Christmas cookies.
That's next when Caps 13 returns.
So Flag Church has just impacted me because it's given me a community of people that I guess believed in me, and I've seen my belief in myself, my ability to lead people, my confidence in my relationship with God all flourish because of people that believe in me. And I think that's just the mark of a good community.
Church was always a big part of like my family, just growing up. And so when I came here, I was looking for a place that was almost like home. And when I came to Flag, it was just like everybody was welcoming me, and like you could feel the love of Jesus like radiating from the building, from the people. And so it was a place where I could get poured into. It felt like home. I found family, I found friends. It's definitely been my favorite part of Pittsburgh and Pitt State, so.
Welcome back. As everyone is preparing for the holiday season, what better way than to celebrate with some Christmas cookies? Jeff Crane joins us now to teach us how to make a family recipe.
Well, I don't know if it's a family recipe. We're going to use pre-made things because it's quick and easy, but still very good. And people have kids, they have families, they have a lot of responsibilities. So this is a way to get that quality homemade sugar cookie, Christmas cookie recipe, but cut in a few steps so that it's less time.
Well, show us how to do it. What ingredients do we actually need?
Well, first, we're using this cookie dough that's pre-made, but one thing we have to do is get this cookie dough ready for roll-out cookies. And how we do that is we have to add flour to it. And you have to squeeze this dough. It's been sitting out for a while. Normally, you want to make sure that your dough is pretty chilled before you do it. It rolls out a lot better. So we're going to take this. It says 1/4 cup of flour, but you can estimate that. And I kind of just make the flour in a ball and just start kneading that flour in until it gets firmer where you can get it rolled out. And like I said, your dough is going to be a little firmer because it's going to be colder. A little more flour. And you'll know when you get the right texture. See, this is coming together. Just keep rolling it. You can see how it's starting to hold its shape a little better. A little more flour here. Yeah, you can see how it's just kind of holding its shape, and I'm just kind of folding it on each other. It will crack a little bit, don't worry about that.
Not worried about cracks?
Not too much. It's going to do that, it's just a style of dough. So, you've got it here, you've got a rolling pin now. Flour your rolling pin. Get your rolling pin good and floured. Another thing is you can also put a sheet of wax paper or parchment paper on top of this, which will help sticking too. And you don't need to use a lot of pressure, especially if your dough is pretty warm. Just light pressure. Keep going in all directions so that you don't and make sure your ends are rolled out pretty good. That's probably pretty good. They say 1/4 inch on the package. If you want your cookies a little softer in the middle, make them a little thicker. You want them a little crispier, make it a little thinner. And we've got our cookie cutters here. Any style of cookie cutter pretty much works. A biscuit cutter. If you don't have cookie cutters, don't worry about it. You can use a glass Glasses work great in a pinch. Many biscuits, many cookies have been made using glasses. And you're just gonna, boom, just pop out your cookies. And don't try to pick these up by hand. I'm using my frosting knife, but use a spatula. And
real careful.
Yeah, once you get them like this, you can pick them up. And you're going to take them and put them on your cookie sheet, You're going to have your oven to 350 and 8 to 12 minutes. 8 minutes probably if you want them a little softer, a little crispier, 12 minutes. That's something you're just going to have to play with your oven. Then once they come out of the oven, you're going to let them cool. You're going to have cookies that resemble this. And now we're going to frost them.
So what kind of frosting are you going to use on these cookies, Jeff?
We're using royal icing. Again, it's a pre-made thing. Keeps it easy where you don't have to make anything. But you are going to probably have to thin it a little bit because it's pretty thick. We're looking at about a creamy peanut butter consistency. And why don't you do some icing here?
I will do some icing.
You might need to stir that up a minute.
Jeff, would you mind opening this for me?
Sure. My pleasure.
Thank you. I don't want to get my suit dirty. Sorry, folks.
Well, maybe.
There we go. So I'm going to get icing this, stir it up a little bit.
You probably don't need quite that much, but that's okay.
Well, some people like a lot of icing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's looking good. All right. Colby, would you like to come try one of these?
Let me get one of these.
Yeah, get one of these over here.
All right. Yeah. This cookie's good. I ain't gonna lie, I might have to get another one. Don't want to talk with my mouth full. But these are really good, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff, for coming on and teaching us how to make these delicious Coke cookies. Colby, you said they tasted pretty good, right?
Immaculate.
Wonderful. Again, thanks, Jeff, and thank you all for joining us on this special edition of Caps 13 News.
And watch Caps 13 for more student-produced programming. I'm Colby Katzis.
And I'm Anthony Paredes. Happy holidays, and have a wonderful new year. Thank you.